We're living in a time where young people are surrounded by people, and yet they have very limited support systems. Parents, guardians are working, are studying, are living their lives, and young people rely on their community now more than ever to guide them through their paths.
So Rekindle started plotting some of the biggest barriers to working class success, and we essentially designed the school in a framework that would address all of those issues.
A new curriculum where young people have the space and the opportunity to discover what their strengths are, what their interests are, where their passions lie. A lot of young people leave school not knowing what they enjoy or what they're good at. We would be giving the students that autonomy.
This is how we create boldness in young people. Because if they don't know who they are, how can they become bold to take that into every area of their life?
If you have a system that is there to support young people, why aren't you listening to them? There's so much that isn't being done that can be. Just as simple as taking a few minutes at the start of the class to say, how's everyone doing?
When I talk, can you understand me? When we want to explain who we are, we say it. Verbally, visually, written, it is said. And we expect, we need to be heard. We're struggling with two big G's. Grief over what we had lost in the pursuit of change, our authentic voices. And guilt because in losing our voices, we knew we had passed up opportunities to win.
So, what next? This is next. So this is the beginnings of a thematic map based on analysis of the interview transcripts. Believe it or not, this is 2 transcripts in. Using the data gathered through the interviews, I hope to create resources for understanding and mitigating the impact of intersectionality.
Students said they wanted more activity options, more student voice in decisions, and greater flexibility. Relationships are the cornerstone of belonging. There's a perception gap between staff intention and student experience. Small acts of recognition often matter more than grand gestures, and safe, inclusive spaces are non-negotiable.
I mean, we're lucky to have one teacher that we can go to about stuff. There just isn't that relationship as much as teachers would like there to be. And the hierarchy in schools is so fixed that it damages students more than we care to look at.
State schools should have the opportunity to have teacher training on instilling confidence, and I believe this could increase aspiration and state school attainment when it comes to higher education.
At my core, no matter what I've done in my life, I'm a teacher and that's the job that I love the most. I'm an educator through and through. I managed 7 years and then the system broke me. As someone who considers himself quite strong and resilient, that was a really difficult thing to have to leave a profession because I just couldn't maintain my mental health and physical health. And so I left, but I left feeling like this is wrong. Because not only did it break me, it broke many of my friends, because it was a system that was there to work for a small number of young people. Some thrive, so many don't. We can have incredible youth-led research, but we can train our teachers differently, where we can actually look at what's been out of our schools and use it to change the system.
What you're doing here is everything that we need to have more of all over Greater Manchester. When you're given the chance to do what you actually want to do, all of those kind of amazing creative things that you've got inside, well, this is what Rekindle is bringing out.
Because when you feel heard, you feel better, you feel nice, you feel happier, and when you're happier, you learn better. So I think that's what we should be doing.